Hey everybody, welcome to another Arkham Horror the Card Game Investigator Guide. Today we're going to be focusing on Rita Young. These guides are for new players who want to win more and or lose less. And these were written by, the guide was written by Travis. And there was something he said that I really enjoyed where Rita Young seems like she's very good at evading, and she is, but evading won't win you, so the goal of this deck is to use your high evasion to your advantage as best we can. This is built with 2 core sets and Rita's cycle, which is the Circle Undone only, so there are going to be better cards outside of the cycle, but this is for people who picked up the entire Circle Undone cycle, as well as 2 core sets, or 1 core set and make proxies, we highly recommend. And they just want to make their deck better. So Travis, I'll pass it to you, and these are the core set cards that we have up for discussion first. As well as let's start by talking about Rita. Go for it.
Yeah, Rita's had a bit of a rough run actually in our play group. In that, if you go back and watch our least favorite investigators video on the channel, you'll see that we ripped on her pretty hard. I think part of that was a consequence of how we saw her played once by Justin in our first run through the Circle Undone, and she honestly was pretty lackluster. She was boring. All she did was evade things, and she never really accomplished anything. There's a lot of turns where Justin was like, I don't know what to do. I guess I'll evade these 3 guys, and that's it. Um, and when I was going through her cards available to her, and a lot of the cards that Justin was playing that benefited from evading specifically weren't available. And I kind of had the idea that maybe she shouldn't just evade things. Maybe she should try and do other things too. So it's obvious she's good at evading. She's got 5 foot. Duh, 5's a great stat. Someone's got 5 in something, you want to be using that as much as you can. She's got 2 books, so obviously she's not going to be doing too much investigating. 3 brain is pretty serviceable, and 3 punch is also pretty okay.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea of this deck is going to be to leverage her ability that after she evades something, she gets to ding it for 1 damage. Free testless damage, I mean, it's kind of testless.
Yeah.
But free damage is always good. And then use that alongside of some of Red's other weapons to kind of just kill enemies.
Yeah, finish them off. Yeah.
Yeah, finish them off. Yeah, so the weapons she has available to her immediately do a ton of damage all.
Oh, Travis, sorry, your microphone's cutting out. I'm just going to pause the video. Sorry about that. Travis, you were talking about weapons, the baseball bat and the meat cleaver. We don't have the meat cleaver pictured, but we will go into more detail as well once we see that.
They're not very consistent, and the idea is to use Rita's ability to shore up that inconsistency.
Yeah.
Basically.
We have some red stable cards here. Lucky is just great. Look What I Found is also good, especially with her low book score. Look What I Found will make it so that you can grab those clues.
Yeah, the general idea behind this deck is, like a lot of survivors, it's not going to be you're not going to be I'm the monster killer or I'm the clue guy. You're just trying to shore up what you're going to contribute an investigator's worth of damage. You're going to try and contribute an investigator's worth of clues, and just generally not drag your team down.
Yeah. Emergency cash is also here just because, money's good.
Yep. Baseball bat is a solid weapon for her if you want to go back to say. Yeah, it's one of the 2 weapons that Rita really gets access to, especially level 0. +2 punch is great for +1 damage. Also very good. Drawing a skull or a tackle and having a baseball bat break is not so good.
Yeah, but that's kind of what happens with this card sometimes. You just have to accept it.
Yep.
Guts, Overpower, and Unexpected Courage help her get 5 brain, 5 fist, and then 2 in any other symbol. Just great for keeping her good in all of her stats for what might pop up. Especially Overpower. Yeah. This is the first deck that we've recorded, that we've released for a guide that has Overpower, and that's because, as Travis is saying, this is built to finish off the enemies that she's dinged with her ability, and Overpower is a good way to ensure that happens. All right, now we're on to the Circle Undone cards.
Meat Cleaver is a pretty solid weapon that I've actually never played with. Brandon, do you want to talk about this one?
Meat Cleaver is sick. You get +2 for most of the characters you want to play it on. The +2 punch is pretty easy to get. You don't have to worry about making yourself get to 3 or less sanity. It'll just happen.
Especially with Rita's 5 base.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Beyond that, being able to heal sanity back when you kill things, like you chop up a rat. Now you feel better.
Yeah. Man, that rat had it coming.
It's just good. Yeah.
Very flavorful card too.
Yeah.
It's also very strong with some of they're in other sets mostly, but the sanity soak that red has access to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 multicolor cards she can play are both very solid for her. Grizzly Totem takes up that necklace slot. This could also be like Rabbit's Foot from the core set.
Yeah, definitely.
But I really feel like the extra symbols are a lot more important.
For Rita, I agree with that.
Yeah. And then Tennessee Sour Mash. If you drink it, you get 5 brain. 5 is a good number to be at.
And then it turns into a one-time weapon, which has turns it into 6.
Again, plays into that theme of just finishing stuff off.
Yeah, definitely. And then drawing thin.
One of the best economy cards in the game. It's really good.
Yep.
Especially if you've got 2 of these in play, don't be afraid to just face plant into a stupid investigate test or whatever to draw 2 cards or gain 4 resources or whatever.
Enjoy this card while you're not playing with the taboo list, because it's crazy that this was no experience.
Yeah, they're like, this is fine.
Yeah. This is good. Let's do it. Let's ship it.
It's also you can do some cute things on 2 shad locations, what I found or whatever.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Oh.
All right, here's some more Circle and Done track shoes. Gets her feet up higher, but it also helps her move around.
This is
easier.
Rita's. See, this may as well be Rita's signature card.
Yeah, probably.
It's so good for her. Pushing her feet up to 6 is a welcome, not necessary, but a very welcome. And yeah, that extra being able to kind of dance around the map is very important when you're just trying to shore up your other investigators' weaknesses, your teammates. That mobility is very powerful. Yeah. Active Desperation is very on theme for this deck. You can throw your baseball bat, your meat cleaver, or something if you're panicked, or your Tennessee Sour Mash, or your shoes, your Grizzly Totem, or whatever.
And then it also fits with the idea that this deck is built specifically to finish enemies off because it deals damage and plus 1 damage.
A lot of extra damage.
Yeah.
Lots of extra punch. Also, it acts as a guts with that 2 punch symbols on it.
Yeah. Belly of the Beast is a great way, as Travis was saying, as your goal with Rita is to gain that investigator's worth of clues, and this is a good way for her to do it.
Yep, just doing your part, kind of.
Yeah, help the team out.
Yeah. Able-bodied is a solid skill. It's not at its peak here because you do ideally want a baseball bat or meat cleaver in play, or your track shoes, but it's still, even if it's only 2 of each, it's still fine. Mm-hmm. The foot doesn't really need that help. In a lot of cases, it just acts as an extra copy of overpower, kind of.
I'm just gonna go back for a second to this.
Yeah,
because you have 4 items. You have 5 items in the deck. But odds are you're probably gonna only have 2 of them out. So still, just having an extra overpower or manual dexterity is fine. It's still okay.
Yeah, it's pretty rare that you're gonna ever need 3 foot. And with most of your, looking at the items that you have, track shoes already gives you extra foot, so that counts for the 1 you're losing off able-bodied.
Yep.
Your weapons give you extra punch already, and having just a guts is going to be fine. Grizzly Totem, again, just gives you the 1 of whatever you're doing.
Yep. Yeah.
So, it looks like you're losing value, but, you're kind of not.
Yeah,
you know?
And then here are her unique cards. I'm Done Running, which engages all enemies at your location, and then you no longer have your limit once per round. Or is that wrong? Am I that wrong?
No, I'm pretty sure that's right. You can do damage to all of them.
Oh no, it's just it doesn't replace the thing, but it's just when you evade, instead of exhausting and disengaging, you deal damage. So it's a way for you to deal more damage.
Yep.
Overall, I do agree with Travis, though, that probably track shoes are more what you're looking for to get Rita going.
Yeah, this card's like cute, but
Yeah.
it's just nice.
Yeah. And then hoods is actually, you should be aware of these guys when you're Rita, because you have this plan. I know I'll evade an enemy and then attack him, but this guy, when you evade him, they attack you, and it actually can be pretty stressful to deal when these guys are out in the field. Just be
I think
aware.
these guys actually aren't that bad with this build because you just chop them up with a meat cleaver or whatever.
It is true, yeah. With this build, it is a lot easier to deal with them, but just still be aware because they can still kind of just throw a little wrench in your plans.
Yeah, they're not they're no cover up, but they're like pretty middle of the road weakness, I think.
Yeah.
Middle of the road to top third, somewhere in there.
All right, here's some core set upgrade cards.
It's lucky, but it replaces itself. It's
Even
good.
better, even luckier, they'd say.
Yeah, like I wouldn't ever prioritize this lucky, I don't think. But like, if I had to experience laying around, I'd be like, yeah.
And to be honest, in red, you're going to have 2 experience laying around. That's just what happens.
Yeah. Close call is like fine. It lets you cheat again, kind of cheat enemies.
Yeah,
with your foot.
it kills an enemy temporarily. It's like, see you later.
Yeah. It's a good way of like just kicking a tough enemy off to your guardian or whatever.
Yeah.
The only time you might not have a ton of experience laying around is if you fill your deck up with Will to Survive. So this card is like real good.
Yes.
This is a card that we always talk about is insane every time we read it. Wow, I haven't played this. And then anytime anyone builds a red deck, we're like, Will to Survive? I'm not buying that.
Yeah. It's so true. It is very true, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's like so good.
Yeah. It also can be really good with her unique ability, I'm done running, because it allows you to just basically just kill something. You can be like, see ya.
Also very, very strong with baseball bat.
Yeah. Yeah, the unbreakable baseball bat.
Yeah.
Man, Will Survive is great, but no, we're not going to play it, so just get ready for that.
What's this dumb card? The guy with the mop. It's trash.
All right, we got the experience cards from the Circle Undone.
Bryn, you like talking about these multicolored cards. Why don't you tell us about the red things, red versions of these?
So the difference in the upgraded Tennessee Sour Mash is that it now costs 1 less resource, and you get 1 additional charge. Plus, when you use the fight action, if successful, you also get to evade the enemy for free.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's pretty strong.
Yeah.
And you get to deal damage to it.
You
With
deal,
Rita's
yeah.
ability if you evade for free.
Yeah, just 2 damage. That seems really good with Rita.
Yeah, right. Like you're paying for it for the brain buff, but you also get like 1 use of a pretty solid weapon.
Yeah, yeah. And then Grizzly Totem. Yeah, it's just some insurance. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have much to say on this. I guess you just sometimes get to. I would never consider this like a high tier option for Rita. I don't think, but like it's there. So I would.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the red Grizzly Totem.
I think it's going to get better over time, but right now I agree with just looking at this deck right here. It's probably not worth your time. But if you want it, who are we to stop you? Well, I mean, we're trying to tell you to win more, so maybe, think about it.
Yeah, like it is good for making the most out of your resources, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but when you're looking at it up against like Fortune or Fate or Eucatastrophe.
Let's get to those. Fortune or Fate, it just stops Doom going on a card. It gives you more time to play. It does exile itself, but in red, you're going to have a lot of experience to spend.
Yeah, stopping Doom's really good. Anytime we draw Ancient Evils and someone's got War Protection in your hand, like you don't think about it. You're just like, get out.
Everyone's so happy too. You're like, we did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking an extra turn is strong, they say.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, like we've been doing that. We've been consistently just snap Warrior Protection Ancient Evils for like 4 years.
Yeah. And
We're always happy
Catastrophe
with it.
is just, it's great. It just, you instead of failing, even with the ultimate fail, it's a blessing chit. That's great. I will say with her, blessed symbol isn't the greatest, and I do think that Travis made the right choice with this deck guide of not building around it, right? You will be doing most of your damage through your weapons, and then your ability is just a nice little trick that you can do once a turn.
Does catastrophe protect your baseball bat?
Yeah, because you treat it as that token instead.
Sick.
Yeah.
Even better.
Yeah. Well, I think that's Rita.
Yeah, no, I think that she has a lot more potential than what we saw initially in her. And like making this deck actually makes me kind of interested in playing her.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know, right?
Whoa.
I think this might be a pretty fun deck.
You know, maybe in a upcoming video or something, we'll see this Rita in action. But in the meantime, if you have any suggestions for Rita from cycles outside of this for new players, why don't you let them know in the comments below? But in the meantime, we'll be gone. We love you. Have a good one. And as always, GG's.